Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I hope everyone is doing okay. Okay, this video is, you probably have more food in the house than you think. Save money and use up what you have. So that is what I'm going to be doing for a while. If this is a recession, I think it is, what happens is, it gets to the point where people don't have any money. I've been through several of these. I told you guys about some of them. So I am going to make some chicken curry top ramen type meal. So this is the last one I have, but I like these noodle cups because then they come with a few veggies. So I will get this going a bit. So, okay, I'm doing the no spend until Wednesday, but today I had to spend a little money because I'm still contending with the mouse. I don't know if I caught him. I don't know if I poisoned him. So my son said, just get the glue boards just in case, so I had to buy those. So this is some homemade butter I made, and I usually like to buy it on sale, and I can't find anything. So okay, I have my top ramen. I want to put a little bit of butter in here to kind of release the flavor of my curry powder. Usually you would release the flavor by frying in some oil, but I don't want to do that. I just want to release the flavor this way. All right, so I will put about, let's see, I have some curry powder. We better stock up on some spices. They seem kind of scanty, but usually all that means is they're just going to bring them back in a smaller bottle. So I think about a half a teaspoon should do it. You want enough in there so you can taste the curry. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So I want to cook that for just a minute. Okay, so now today what I made was I made a coconut milk. So I had a fresh coconut. Today was the day, and my coconut had cracked somehow, and some of the milk had leaked out. So I didn't know if it was good, so I didn't want to take a chance, so I just threw it in the trash. So the lesson learned there is don't be letting your coconuts hang around too long. Uh-oh, I think it could use a little bit more. I'm going to be adding some stuff, so it's going to be a teaspoon, but add a half a teaspoon at a time. It depends on the, some people have the paste. It might be a little bit stronger. So in my freezer, I had bought chicken, so I want to put some chicken in my top ramen. I've been buying those roasted chickens at Ralph's for $5. Not too much because I'm going to put an egg in here too. I don't want my ingredients overtaking my juice. This is easily going to be enough for 2 meals. I think a little bit more. So, you have to use your, well, it depends. What do you have in the house, That's the trick right there. So, the idea of this is so you can have a nice meal if you don't have that much money. It's stuff you have in the house all the time. Okay, so now the egg has to cook for 5 minutes. Let me get my egg over the heat. So it's going to be, I have some tea that I made. This is Walmart tea. This is good tea. And it's herbal. So, all right, let's see now. Top ramen, curry powder. I have chives. I have curry powder. I have chives. And then I have some peanuts, and I'm going to be making yogurt. I thought I was going to make it tonight, but I can't because I'm too tired. I've had really bad insomnia, really bad. Okay, so if you wanted to make this vegetarian, you can put a sweet potato in. So you would have an egg and a sweet potato. I'm going to use half of it, and then I'm going to eat the other half tomorrow. So, this is going to have a carb, it's going to have a protein, it's going to have some dairy from well, it's not really dairy, it's coconut milk that I made. So I couldn't make it out of fresh coconut, so I had some coconut in the stockpile. And then I had coconut in here too. I mentioned to you guys no more big bags of nuts. What a perfect food for a mouse, right? I definitely don't want any mice in my kitchen. So these, I bought 2 boards, and you make them into little tunnels to entice them to crawl. So I really don't look forward to that, but tonight before I go to bed, I will make the tunnels for the rat. It seems like premeditated murder, you know? All right, so we have a little, sweet potatoes are really good in curry. And then I am going to chop my peanuts up so that I can put those on top. One of the things that's really good to make is baked beans. The baked beans I made yesterday were so good left over. And I had roast beef too. And so it was a giant lunch. I really prefer not to eat a giant lunch. I like to eat a smaller type lunch, but that's what happened. So if all you had was an egg, sweet potatoes, and peanuts, and no chicken, that would be fine too. So long before this recession gets worse and gets really bad, we want to have in mind some low-cost meals and some cheap ways of buying groceries, and how to eat up the food you have in your house. Like on a week that you don't have that much, well, let's say if you're running short, go to the food pantry or go to Ralph's on Saturday morning and try to get your vegetables and fruits marked down. All right, so you have more food than you think. So you could make a ramen meal. sometimes if you want to have your carb and your egg and you don't have curry, you can eat teriyaki sauce. That is good. So, how I made the coconut milk was one cup, all right, let me cover this for 1 minute. 1 cup coconut and 2 cups water. Then I boiled the coconut until the milk resulted. Then I boiled 2 more cups, and I boiled that on high, you know, really on high, trying to extract all of the coconut from the coconut. And then I put it all in the blender and I pulsed it a lot. And then I had cheesecloth and I just squeezed it, and this is what happened. And I'm going to put it in my ramen curry. And then I had this big, this is a mouse dream come true. This is going in the refrigerator. So that is just like the most annoying thing is you have these big bags in the refrigerator, but it's better than, you know. So, okay, so today I had to buy some heavy cream. So I bought it at Smart and Final because I like the Smart and Final heavy cream because it is this one, 38% butterfat. So there's no residual milk left. It blends in a minute or two into a soft butter, and then I just freeze it, and then I have half left, so I will freeze that. And then I found the yogurt for $3.99, so I bought that. So the reason I went to Smart and Final is because I thought I didn't get up this morning. I was too exhausted. So I found apples and onions for $1 each. So I can make some more applesauce. So think about making butter, heavy cream, and you have coconut milk for your tea. If you like milk in your tea, you can make milk tea with ice, which would be about 3/4 cup tea and 1/4 cup milk. You can add sugar, or you can have coconut milk in your coffee. And then, you know, the reason I bought the yogurt, I want to mention, so I was going to make gravy because I have milk that I had in the freezer. And but this is organic milk. See, it's still a little bit free. It's so delicious to drink it cold. But with organic milk that you bought marked down, you don't want to make yogurt. So I will use shelf-stable milk that was in my stockpile. So let's see if it's ready. It's good and hot, I'll tell you that. Let me see here. Okay. Now, I want to cut my egg in half, like they do, you know. And then I will sprinkle some peanuts on the top. And I will have a little dollop of yogurt. So use your artistic license, you know, say, okay, if I had beef, I could have egg and sweet potato and a green type vegetable. This has a really long expiration date. So I think this time I'm going to use 1 yogurt container, and you can use up to 8 cups milk when you make your yogurt. So it makes a lot. And you could freeze it, but when you're buying yogurt for $3.99, milk is almost that expensive. So Let's have some chives. And let's have some, let's see if I can find my red pepper flakes by some lucky fate. My lucky fate is not with me, so we're not gonna. I gotta fix this. That's annoying. And then if I have black pepper, and I do. I mean, come on, you guys see my black pepper. It's huge. Oh, God. Oh, I found it. All right. Oh, no. All right. So, not likely to starve. Oh, I forgot the coconut milk. That's okay. The coconut oil. So I want to show you something. See, though, that is coconut oil. If you wanted to harvest that off and heat that, you know, use that, make your own coconut oil, there you have it. So that is kind of good that that happened. So let me just melt the coconut oil a little bit. So that's going to give you some good fat there. Okay, so that is why you want to stockpile top ramen. I'm going to be doing some more top ramen meals. All right, I wanted to show you guys something and I dropped it. I've been de-junking the house and let me, all right, take a look at this. So, that is enough food for tonight and tomorrow. Uh-oh. All right, let me taste this. So basically, if your ingredients are good, you know it's going to be good. You can use you can use frozen vegetables. When you make vegetable curry, if you have frozen mixed peas and carrots, you know, mixed frozen vegetables or even canned, that is so good. So this is another reason. This is another reason you want to be able to make yogurt and butter, so that if times are hard, you have butter in the refrigerator. All right. Let me get a little bite. So, okay, this is pretty good. And I'm not going to be starving. I'm not going to be suffering malnutrition. So, okay, butter. You need heavy cream. Yogurt. Okay, for homemade macaroni and cheese, I was going to make that, but it's coming. I bought this good cheese marked down. And it was $5 and I got it for $3, so that's a good discount. And then I also bought, you saw it, I forget what I was showing you guys, but I bought macaroni and spaghetti. And then I'll use my shelf-stable milk, and I could have hot dogs, I could put ham in it. So macaroni and cheese, homemade. Okay, hot dogs wrapped in fry bread. So maybe you have frozen biscuits, but if you don't, just make fry bread. And here it is. I'm not going to go over and over this recipe because if you're my subscriber, you've seen me make it, and you will see me make it pretty soon. And then, if you go to Ralph's on Saturday morning, This is the best tea. I will freeze this for, refrigerated this for tomorrow. Uh-oh, I didn't light the candle. At night, I pray for all of my followers. I'm so relieved that President Trump is okay. And also, this is really bad that President Biden has the COVID. But I just wanted to mention, and I forgot, this COVID is a little bit different than the last one. And if you take the COVID test and it comes out positive, call your doctor, and they have medication now, and it clears up pretty quick. Okay, so hot dogs wrapped in fry bread. Okay, it has been reported that cheap fast food is gone. Fast foodies speculated that food deliveries such as DoorDash and Uber Eats are to blame. So what happened is they realized that people were paying this money for they raised the prices, and on top of the DoorDash and the Uber Eats, and people are now willing to go through the drive-through. And they've changed it so like you have to do your own ordering pretty much. I don't mind all of that, but lately I've been to a couple of McDonald's, and what I do mind is one sold me a really terrible pie, and two sold me, now I get mad because I go there mainly for the drinks, and another place, you have to be careful with carbonated drinks. So if they're not maintaining their restaurant properly, I'm not going there. So, but okay, let's think about the true cause. The price went up because when the consumption is down, the price goes up so they can maintain their bottom line. And people are not spending as much. In fact, one lady was saying they go out to fast food once a month. And people are going to no restaurants. Today I was across the street from the Red Lobster, and it's been leveled. Even the building is gone. And Boston Market closed down. And so people just are being very careful with their money. So, okay, during a recession, there is not going to be a lot of cash. So you want to hang on to as much of your money as you possibly can. Because it's not just okay, people are willing to pay a lot for food. And so this, when the consumption is down, the price goes up. It has everything to do with the higher prices. The consumption has been down, the people are not spending. Okay, now about the $20 McDonald's meal. It's 4 apple pies, 2 quarter pounders, and no drink and no fries. So I mentioned to you guys that I sell vintage watches, and I'm thinking to myself, see how this is like a cute eyelash? It's like an eye. I'm not selling my stainless steel vintage watches for the same price as a $20, for the same price as 4 apple pies and 4 quarter pounders. With these little, this is the cutest watch. You're lucky you could get $20 for this. This is not the time to sell. This is the time to buy. And this is an Elgin watch. In its time, these were really nice watches. 2 hamburgers and 4 apple pies. Get out of here. That's dumb. Anyway, so I took them down. So, it's come to that. Okay. So I want to mention there's a $6 plus meal, $6 plus tax, large Coke, large fries, and 2 McDoubles. That's good. I get for 1,500 points the apps. I think people are paying the regular meals for the people like me using the apps. And it's so unfair if you don't have the apps. For 1,500 points, you can get a free cheeseburger, a free McDouble, $1.49 any size fries. Free fries if you spend $2. 40% off of an apple pie. There's a $6 meal, which is a Big Mac, medium fries, and medium drink. But there's a $5 meal, and I think people are not getting the $5 meal because they keep forgetting it exists. And they say it's not doing that well. And I thought, yeah, that's because you guys, we don't know about the $5 meal. We go in there and we get other stuff. They're hoping to bring people back into the restaurant. You get, now this is a good deal. A McDouble, 4-piece chicken nuggets, small fries, small Coke, plus sauces for $5. It has been reported. Now try not to think about this report while we were just talking about food. There's been an outbreak of leprosy in Florida. There are 250,000 people worldwide that have leprosy. It's not highly contagious, and it responds well to treatment if diagnosed and treated early, and it is caused by coughs and sneezes. So what I think is people are bringing it into the country, but the U.S. has one of the highest numbers of it. The U.S. has 225 reported cases. Venezuela has 325, Colombia has 294, Paraguay 256, Argentina 142, Cuba 140, Mexico 132, and Dominican Republic 97, because I was trying to figure out where these cases of leprosy came from. Okay, 250,000 we have, let's see, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,200, 72, 1,300. So that does not tell us where these 250,000 people are. I'd say it's, I don't want to say because I don't want to get demonetized, but I just wanted to mention that. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to go somewhere, not only is the COVID maybe going to start back up, they say there's going to be famines, war, pestilence, and disease. So, you know, we can say, I don't think so, or we can say, I think I'll exercise care. Okay, so today I was up at the shopping center. And you know, after you have had your lipstick for a while, so about 6 months ago, I bought these for $6. So I thought that's a pretty good price. But I got these 6 lipsticks for $3 today. So I thought that was a good price. So that, even though it was a no spend day, I thought I'm going to buy that. And then here is the rat. Okay, so this one mouse has cost me $20. So this is why you want to take care on these. These were cheap anyway. These were $4.99, but I was still glad to get them. And then for the stockpile, I got 1 mayo because I plan on making potato salad. Because I plan on having a coleslaw, which I have some in the refrigerator. I want to make potato salad and baked beans. I already gave you my baked bean recipe. So what we can do is we can go through the house and say, okay, think about the stockpile that I showed you: 2 cans beans, 2 cans soup, 2 cans meat, and 1 can evaporated milk. So out of those 6 items, try to get them for around $1 each. You should be able to scrounge up some food. So everything we do yesterday creates today. So everything we do today is creating the future when this recession or depression is coming. So I showed you guys the Swedish baked beans. And this was so good. I put hamburgers and hot dog. I fried hamburger and I put hot dogs. And then I made the vegetable curry ramen. That's cheap enough. You can add raisins to this, a little bit of raisins if you want. Macaroni and cheese, we discussed that. Sausage, gravy, and biscuits. One of my customers fell into hard times. Actually, you'd be surprised how many of my customers over the years had been homeless. Women too. Women with children too. And so they finally got one of them I remember, she got like a travel trailer that leaked. And it was just such a relief, so that, the roof, so that her son had a place to sleep. But, she didn't have good skills taking care of herself or any money to get the roof patched. But if something like that happens to one of you, you call 211, and there's resources for that kind of stuff. Or if you're really broke and you need help of some sort, call 211. I want to mention that. So the first thing this one made was sausage, gravy, and biscuits. And I just think how grateful she was that she had a house she could make some sausage. And so what I do is I buy sausage links. I get them for about $1. Next thing is grow food. Okay, I've been successfully growing potatoes. When my potatoes got eyes, I just planted them in dirt, and peppers. Easy canning. Applesauce, that's why I bought the apples. Pickles and jams. I showed you that just recently. So all these little things add up to, I bought a loaf of French bread at Walmart. I made my homemade butter, and I made jam. So homemade cottage cheese, you can make that out of your shelf stable milk, butter, and yogurt. So you're going to have dairy. That's nice. Then homemade bread, biscuits, cornbread, and fry bread. Or there's always like marked down bread. Peanut butter and cashews, so that's why I have the peanuts. And then orange juice, lemon juice, and grape juice in the freezer. I still have grape juice I made. And then oatmeal and granola. All this stuff is going to stretch your budget. So let's say if you're kind of low one week and you have almost everything to make granola, as long as you have honey and you have oatmeal and you have raisins and maybe some nuts, you can make some pretty good granola. And like I heard this thing, women with tuna and no crackers or bread, hopefully you're going to make fry bread. So now fry bread is really good if you have tea, that'll be okay. Or fry bread is really good with a can of soup. Or if you have cheese, you can make a grilled cheese sandwich. And if you have some pickles and you have some hot carrots, you can get by eating that. And another thing is, think about root foods like turnips, carrots, anything that is a root food is very nutritious. Okay, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all. Bye.